Alright guys, so in our previous video we spoke about scales. Okay, so if not for all, we've spoken about a lot of scales. Okay, so to continue with our theory lessons, we will talk about chords. Okay, so we want to look at chords, right? And you should know that chords are built from scales. Okay, and the basic way of building chords from every scale is using the interval of thirds, being a major third or a minor third. So if you take the C major scale, okay, we take the C major scale, a very useful way of building a chord out of this scale is by using the interval of thirds. So if I'm here and I stack 3, and I want to stack another third, another major third, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. We know a major third is 4 semitones, so we get this, and I stack another minor third, 1, 2, 3. So this becomes our C major chord. If I stack another third, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a major third, I get my 7th chord. All right, I get my 7th chord. So it goes on. It goes on like that. All right, so basically that is how chords work. Okay, you just stack an interval of third, and then you go to your 9th, your 11th, and so on. All right, so today I want us to talk about the types of chords that we have. All right, we have the dyads, which is the 2 notes chord, and we have what we call the triads, which is a 3 notes chord, and also we have what we call the quadrats, which is the 4 notes chord. So assuming we want to find our dyads, which is the 2 notes chord, let's talk about that first. The basic ones that we know are the power chords. So assuming I'm here, I play my 1 and my 5th from my major scale. This is a dyad, so I can just add the octave to it, which is the same as the 1, the octave. Okay, so this becomes my power chord. It's called power chord. So usually when you are improvising, or usually when you are playing, progressions as a beginner, and you are playing your triads, you use these power chords. So realize that is how the power chords work. Okay, the dyads work. They're just 2 in the chord, just this and this, just repeating the octave over here, but they are just 2. All right, so that is that on the dyads. Now we move to the triads. All right, as per the name, triads are 3 note chords. All right, so we are going to use our C major scale. Okay, and just as the scale formula, chords also have chord formulas. All right, so using our C major scale, the most important chord we're going to form is the major triad, okay, or the major chord. All right, which is this, which is given by a chord formula of 135. Okay, 135. All right, and then we can talk about the minor chord. All right, so the C minor chord is also given by flattening the 3. So these are 135. So once we flat the 3, so once you are flattening, it means you are going back. Once you are sharpening, you are going forward. So once we flat the 3, we get 1 flat 3 5. Okay, so this becomes the chord formula for the minor scale. So this is our C minor. All right, so once we are here on our 135, okay, and we sharpen the 5th, that is raising the 5th a semitone above, we get our augmented chord. This becomes our C augmented. Alright, this becomes our C augmented. Okay, once we are here, okay, and we want to find our C diminished, we just have to flat the 3 and flat the 5. So this becomes our C diminished. Okay, so you can do this on any other key at all. So you can be on F. We know our major, this is our F major chord. Once you flatten the 3, a 1 flat 3 5 gives you an F minor chord. once you sharpen the 5th, so 1 3 sharp 5 gives you an augmented chord. All right, once you're on a 1 3 5 and you flatten the 3rd and the 5th, this gives you an F diminished. Okay, so another chord we want to talk about are suspended chords. All right, so once we are here on our major 1 3 5 and you and then you bring the 3rd, you sharpen the 3rd, you get a 1 4 5, which is your suspended 4th chord or a sus4 chord. Once you are here and you bring this one to your 2, your 3rd to your 2, all right, you get your sus2 chord. Okay, so basically that's how it works. Once you're on F, 1 2 5 gives you sus2, 1 4 5 gives you your sus4, and you're on C sharp, 1 flat 3 5, your C sharp minor, your C sharp diminished, 1 3 augmented 5th, or the sharp 5 gives you your augmented chord, 1 2 5 your suspended chord, 1 4 5 your sus4 chord. So you can do it on any of the keys using the chord formulas. All right, and then there's this other chord that you need to know, which is creating your suspended chords from your augmented chord. Okay, so we know this is our 1 3 sharp 5 is our augmented chord. Once we lower the 3 to the 2, we get an augmented sus2 chord, alright, or sus2 augmented chord. Alright, once we bring it to the 4, we get a sus4 augmented chord. Alright, so which is a 1 4 sharp 5, and then the suspended of 2 is a 1 2 sharp 5, same as your diminished. This becomes your diminished of 2, diminished sus4 chord. Alright, these are weird, they are weirdly used. We don't really use them, but then it is just worth knowing. Alright, so that is it on your triads, how to form your triads. Okay, so in this lesson we've spoken about your dyads and your triads. I recommend that you try each of them across the keys so that you are able to memorize them, and I recommend that you learn the chords using the scale names. Okay, so if you are here, you know this is your C, this is your E, this is your G. If you are here, you know this is your C, this is your E, this is your G sharp. Alright, or an augmented 5th. So learn these using your intervals. Know the intervals between these. You know, once you're an augmented 5th, you know this is a root. Okay, this is a major 3rd above the root, and this is a minor 6th above the root. So once you learn the intervals, it helps you understand the chord and how they function. So in this video, we're going to talk about the quadrats or the 4th chords. Alright, so stay tuned for our next lesson, and please check out my YouTube